What's up? This is AJ170, and today I'm going to be showing you guys GoodNight versus f.lux. Now, first off, we're going to be starting with f.lux. Let's go ahead and open this up. Now, this only has like two different previews, so let's go ahead and enable it. As you can see, it already changed. So you can adjust this, and it goes darker and darker and darker. Adjust it, make it as bright as day. Do anything that you guys little hearts desire. This also has dark room. Those are the only two settings that are available for f.lux that I know of, unless there's like a hidden thing like button. So it just leads to one of their sites. But GoodNight, on the other hand, has a lot more stuff. So for instance, let's go ahead and go into temperature. Let's go ahead and enable it. And I mean, this also looks better. It doesn't have like the same glow, in my personal opinion. I think it looks better, in my opinion, on GoodNight. Because I mean, when you're playing this at night, this actually does like look better on your eyes and stuff. So I mean, as you can see, it has the normal thing, bedtime, day. It's got all three of the settings, and it's got all these settings down here. The reset option. Then you got brightness. Let's go ahead and enable this. And as you can see, it can even go all the way down to where the screen is jet black. Now, you guys can still skew the screen a little bit. I'm going to go ahead, hit ignore. As you see, it goes all the way to it being black. So, I mean, that is pretty damn cool. Let's go ahead and go back, go into color. Now, this does have 3D touch. I don't think f.lux does. Let's go ahead and enable it. As you can see, I'm actually changing the whole color of my screen. Turn that back on, hold on. Let's make the screen yellow. There we go, now it's yellow. So I mean, you guys can't really see it that well in the camera, but I mean, you can see a little bit of the color difference. But I mean, I did just make everything yellow. As you can see now, it does have a green tint. It looks extremely green on here. So I mean, this does work in every single other app. For instance, let's open up Providence. As you can see, everything else is green. That's not just like in the app. It's actually on the whole system UI. Let's go ahead and go back into GoodNight. And with this one, you can also do the same thing. You can make it go completely black. So I'm just going to hit ignore, because I don't feel like doing that. I mean, you could sit here on hours and just sit here playing with all the different color combinations. I mean, I love doing this. Let's go ahead, disable that. I know there's a dark color. Where is it? Under temperature. There's a dark room setting on this one too. Here we go. Enable. This one has the dark mode setting too. Again, whoa. Again, this works on the whole system user interface also. Let's go ahead, open it back up again. Disable it. Disable this. Go back. Now, settings, there are none for the iPod Touch. Whatever. And then, of course, here are the credits of all the developers that helped make this app possible. Now, if you guys are wondering how I got these apps, I have IPA Store, and I can sign any app I want. Now, it only works on my device. It will not sign it for others' devices, so sorry about that. But, yeah, so after this final verdict of the 3 minutes of fighting to see which one is better, my vote on my opinion on which one is better, I'm going to have to go with GoodNight. I think GoodNight definitely wins the battle here. And if I had to choose on which one would get signed, my vote would definitely go for GoodNight. That would by far be one of my favorites. But the developer of f.lux, he got mad at GoodNight when the Valentino or whatever his name is, I don't know how to say it on Twitter. The dude who made f.lux yelled at him for signing it, because I did have a version of it signed. But he got really mad at him for signing it and said that you're not allowed to release this over the air. So that means you'll never get this unless you have a computer, or if you have something like IPA Store, IPA Wind, iPawn Store, or something like that. Or if somebody, like a third party, somebody signs it, like let's say if you guys wanted to pay for it to get signed, you want to pay the between $300 to sign it, and there you go. But yeah, this is AJ170 signing out. See you guys next time.